Hello, I'm Jason Behrman. As your Elk Grove City Manager, my staff and I are responsible for preparing a balanced budget that provides the people, programs, and services that support the city's high quality of life. Like most households, we must balance our income and expenses with the city's wants and needs. Last year was a busy construction year for the city, and the next 2 years maintain that momentum, with roadway and infrastructure improvements on the horizon that will help Elk Grove residents to travel and connect within the community. Here's a glimpse at some of the projects we're working on. In fiscal year 2019-20, the city will continue with the construction of several capital projects. Oasis Park, the Animal Shelter, the Community and Senior Center will all be completed, and construction on the Civic Center's nature area is also expected in 2020. Next summer, construction will start on improvements to Old Town that include Phase 2 amenities at the Old Town Plaza and new roadway and infrastructure improvements along Railroad Street. Camber Road is also planned for reconstruction from Lent Ranch Road to Bighorn Boulevard. This work moves us one step closer to connecting this route with Interstate 5 as part of the Capital Southeast Connector project.
The City of Elk Grove operates on a fiscal year calendar that projects revenues and anticipates expenses from July 1 to June 30th. The city will operate under a total adopted budget of $291 million for fiscal year 2019 to 2020 and projects a total budget of $209 million for fiscal year 2020 to 2021. The primary reason for the decrease is the spending on and completion of capital projects that are planned and budgeted for in fiscal year 2019 to 2020. Unlike a household budget, the city relies on two distinctly different types of income or revenue referred to as general and restricted funds. Let's start with the general fund. The City Council determines how to spend general fund money, and the general fund budget must be balanced each year. Public safety, code enforcement, economic development, special projects and events, and most of the city's staff are funded through the general fund. Revenues deposited into the general fund primarily come from sales tax, property and utility user taxes, transient occupancy taxes, and property taxes provided by the state in lieu of vehicle license fees. Not all services delivered in Elk Grove are provided by the city. Your property tax dollar is shared proportionately among several agencies serving our community. The city receives approximately 2.3 cents of each property tax dollar for fiscal year 2019 to 2020 and will receive 2.9 cents of each property tax dollar in fiscal year 2020 to 2021. Parks and recreation, fire, education, water, and sewer services are provided by other agencies with their own governing boards, administrative staffs, and operating budgets. Each of these agencies receives a share of your property tax dollar. 60% of the city's property tax share generated from within the city's 2001 boundaries is currently given to the County of Sacramento under a process called revenue neutrality. Revenue neutrality is an agreement dating back to the city's incorporation that gradually reduces the county's share of property taxes based on the corresponding decrease in county services over time. Elk Grove's revenue neutrality agreement with the county expires in fiscal year 2025 to 2026. 25 years following incorporation. Other revenue comes from user fees collected for city services such as garbage and recycling, transit, and drainage. Money collected for these services may only be used to provide the service for which they are collected. These are called restricted funds. There are several sources for restricted funds that dictate how and where city money can be spent. Restricted funds are primarily collected through taxes and fees. These funds are earmarked for a specific purpose or project. For instance, money generated through the gas tax and Measure A can only be used on roadway-related infrastructure and maintenance. Other special taxes, such as Melrose or special assessment taxes, may appear on your property tax bill. These taxes were voter approved for a specific area within the city and can only be spent on maintenance, operations, or capital in that area. Developer impact fees paid by new development can only be spent on capital projects such as civic buildings, transportation improvements, and parks. For details on the city's budget, please visit elkgrovecity.org/budget.